Hi. All right. Hi. Welcome to the Mansfield ISD Coaches Corner Show. Live here from Primo, 2300 Matlock Road. I have my first guest up here today, Coach Shannon Hall. How you doing, sir?
Good.
Haven't seen you since the podcast.
I know it. Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me. Doing well.
All right. So, what we do every Monday night here in El Primo's, we feature either 2, 3, or 4 of the high school head football coaches from Mansfield ISD, and we're going to continue to do this as long as football is being played in high schools in Mansfield, which means, yes, playoffs. When we get to the playoffs, we're going to cover every single game or recap every single game on Monday, talking about the win, all that good stuff. And you guys are more than welcome to come support your favorite school, or just come support Mansfield. Either way, just come out and be in the audience. Coach, me and you talked a little bit off the air. You said you like my shirt.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to go ahead and explain why I got a Kansas City shirt on. Now, I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan.
Okay.
True blue. But this kid played for me in high school, and I'm proud of it. And he got a game ball yesterday.
Yeah.
Had over 100+ receiving yards. Seemed like they played him in so many positions. He was in the backfield. He was
Everywhere.
in the slot.
He was everywhere.
He was wide out. He was everything. So I've never had a basketball player make it to the NBA, but I had a football player who played for me in basketball
Go to the NFL. Nice.
So I'm proud of him. We talk all the time, and this is why I got this shirt on. But true blue Cowboy fan, and I told him if they play the Cowboys, I want him to do well, but I gotta pull for the Cowboys.
You're gonna have on the store.
Yes, sir.
I got you. I'm a Chiefs fan, so I like the shirt.
Oh,
so
okay.
We're good. Yes, sir.
Okay, so we good up here today.
Yes, sir. We're good.
All right, Coach. Let's go ahead and go to this first segment. Let me get myself organized here. And by the way, Coach, I got this clipboard. That's the only signs of a football coach, old school football coach I could be. So I got this clipboard here. Coach, tell us a little bit about yourself, like how long you've been at Summit.
Okay.
Tell us a little bit about the beginning of the season. Catch us up to where we are now. We had 3 other high schools on here last week. We had Mansfield High, we had Legacy, and we also had Lake Ridge.
Okay.
And they all introduced themselves and talked about what has transpired since the school year started. So I want to give you that same opportunity to do so.
Okay. Well, yes, Shannon Hall, going on this is my 9th year here at Mansfield ISD at Mansfield Summit. So going on the ninth year, and we start off at Keller. We start off with the 6As, trying to see where we're at with our season. We start off with Keller. We scrimmaged Keller first, went there. Always a good scrimmage for us because they're big and they're tough, and they hit hard and they're aggressive. So we get to see the physicality of our team. In a scrimmage setting, it's all prearranged, so we just get to get after a little bit against the big boys and see how we handle it. Then we jump to another 6A, our first game of the season with Louisville, and they're pretty good. They'll be a playoff team in their district, and we start off well in that game, and then we made some mistakes early, and then it kind of got away from us. But we felt like if we can clean some things up, that we'll have a chance. But we saw some things, made a few changes within that week, and went on to our rival Mansfield in-district opponent with Mansfield High, and we know they're going to give us their best.
Another
shot.
6A too.
Another 6A as well.
6A, yeah.
So we played those guys, and it was a tough game. Special teams. We got exposed in some areas that I think helped us, because I think depending on the outcome of that game lets you know if you're going to make these changes or not make these changes. So it made us hurry the process as we moved into the district, the following week. So we had a bye week after that, and then we moved into our first district game against Burleson last week, made the necessary changes, and I felt like we came out strong last week in our first district games, and we got the win against Burleson High last week, which you need that. You need to taste that victory.
Right.
So some of the things that we worked on, you saw them on film, and we got a lot better, and guys got that taste of victory. Still not where you want to be at, and you don't want to peak at this time anyway, it's more of it's not a sprint, you know. So you got to just take your time and just figure out things so you can peak at the right time. And I think we're on that road. But we definitely have a long way to go. Had a great day of practice today as we're going to travel to Grapevine next week, next Friday, in a hostile environment. You know, it's going to be their senior night. You know, they're looking for that first district win.
Whoa, back up. They scheduled you for senior night?
They scheduled us for senior night.
Why they want their senior nights for?
We're going to find out. We're going to find out. So, you know, we got a lot to do. But, you know, again, our job is to make sure we get better every week, every practice, every day in the weight room, and, you know, grades are coming out. So that's what we're kind of working on. You know, all the opponents, I think, is more about us, and we'll preach that probably to the end, you know, make sure we're getting better, make sure we're taking the necessary steps, you know, to make sure that we get those wins that we need.
Coach, you know, I you know, being a coach for so long, I can't help but think of other things to ask you other than maybe some questions I've already told you, but just listening to you talk, would you say that the preseason schedule now that you created, because I don't know if people understand how much scheduling plays a part in your success here. So now, getting exposed a little bit on some things that you need to work on, you think that it's going to help you going down the road?
No question about it. It just puts that big microscope on you. You know what I mean? You take those losses, and then now everything matters. You know, everything is magnified, and you got to figure it out, right? Because every time we talk about getting better, but sometimes you get those wins early, you kind of sit back on your hands a little bit.
Right.
You know, when you get hit in the mouth a couple times, now you got to go look in the mirror and figure out how many times you want to get hit in the mouth. And that's where we're at. You know, being competitive, all the hours we put in. It's no such thing as a good loss, right? But it's only going to be good if you learn from it and you grow from it, and you don't see those same mistakes when you turn on that film over and over again. And I feel like every game, every scrimmage, we're just taking that little bitty step. We find another guy that can add something to the table. You know, we may find a gunner on special teams that's going to give us 100% effort, that's going to break that wedge, that's going to set it. You know, we may find a guy that's going to go down on kickoff and be in his lane every time. Find somebody who wants to be on kickoff return that's going to set that block, set that edge. So all those little bitty things, that's what we're trying to do, and I think that's what we've been doing and done thus far.
All right. When we come back, we're going to be joined with one of Coach's outstanding players and talk some more Summit football.
No doubt.
El Primo started 10 years ago, and it started with a concept of a small-knit community, and we wanted to be able to provide a spot where our friends and our family could come and socialize, commemorate, celebrate.
Community at El Primo's means absolutely everything. You know, if we look back on 2020 during the COVID year, El Primo's was here to feed the local community. We were able to give back to our community a little bit. So they're the reason that we're here, and so that's really, you know, kind of the base of it. You can find El Primo's online at elprimos.net. You can also find us on social media, on Facebook at El Primo's Mansfield, and then on Instagram at El Primo's Mansfield.
Why the name El Primos? Well, Primo played on two words as being best, being first, being number one, and then also being cousins or being family. When people ask, where do the locals go? It's El Primo.
Welcome back, and we've been joined on the set. I don't know if I want to come around the end and tell me you're a linebacker. Coach, talk about him a little bit. Tell us who we got here, Coach.
We got Travis Buhaki, senior, 6'2", 265 pounds.
265 pounds? That's what that look like?
That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like.
Okay.
U of H commit. A and B student, maybe straight A's. I maybe slide him a little bit, but great student in the classroom, team captain, one of our hardest workers we have, one of the best character athletes we have, and we're happy to have him. He's been on varsity for 3 years for us. Plays defensive lineman, can play outside, can play the three technique, can play the nose, can play a wide nine. He can do it all. Plays a little tight end. Is on our special teams. Had a little special team fake punt
First down,
last
like,
week for a
first down.
big first down.
Okay.
So when a guy works like that and is bought in like that, we can put him in a lot of different places. He says yes sir, no sir, and he handles it for us.
You know what I've noticed about the Mansfield athletes so far? Every one of them that was up here last week, along with you, are more than just a football player.
No doubt.
And that's great.
Yes sir.
It speaks volumes. It speaks volumes. Okay? And I'm going to tell you something. A college coach told me one time, he said, when your best player is also your best worker, your hardest worker, you know you got something special. And that's what I heard Coach say about you. He said, you're hard working, you can do all these many things. Man, do you ever come off the field?
Rarely.
Rarely?
I'm everywhere.
Okay, good things happen when you're on the field, though,
Yes,
right?
sir, all the time.
Okay. All right, Coach. So, take us to the preparation for this week's game. We played
Grapevine. We're
Wait,
Grapevine. Yes,
at
sir.
Grapevine is what you
At
mentioned.
Grapevine, yes, sir.
Okay, so take me through the preparation for this week for Grapevine.
Yeah, well, today on Monday, it's all about, formation recognizing what they're going to do, personnel, just seeing what they're going to try to do for us, to us, and make sure we're aligned right, make sure we understand all the new installs from an offensive perspective, and we're going to put in something new to attack what they're going to do. They're going to hear it today. They've seen it on film or they've seen it with their scouting report. Defensively, all the funky stuff they want to do to us, the overload sets, their best plays, their best runs, their best passes. We're trying to give all this information to our defense, and special teams as well. Any little things that's going to be different from the prior week, we're going to try to introduce it to our guys today on Monday. Is what we try to do. And then tomorrow, again, it now, we're going to speed it up a little bit. And now we're going to tell them how we're going to attack what they do. Today is about what they're going to do to us. Tomorrow will be more of this is how we're going to attack them and what they do. And then Wednesday, you're going to fine tune it. Thursday, Hayes in the barn. And then on Friday, we better be ready to go and get on that bus and go and get after it a little bit.
Coach, what does Hayes in the barn mean to a basketball coach? I don't know.
Probably it's never ending. Hayes born just means it's all done now.
It's all done now.
Now get your mind
Ready to
right.
eat?
Ready to eat.
Ready
Right?
to eat.
It's in there.
Okay.
Now just pull it out to eat at that point.
Okay.
Right? So there's nothing else to do. So
Give us the specifics on it. What time, where the game is being played, and all that good stuff.
yep. On Friday we're 7 o'clock at Grapevine Stadium in Grapevine. I think it's called Mustang Stadium in Grapevine at 7 o'clock. Like I said, it's their senior night, so it'll be a lot of fun. Should be a great environment, and hopefully our guys take that a little personal.
You might not say it, but I'm going to go ahead and say it because what they going to do to me, I'm retired. So, anyway, I wouldn't have scheduled you. I don't know how much. Maybe he has something he needs to find out.
No doubt.
And maybe y'all will show it to him so they can get better for the rest of the opponents in the district.
Right. Well, I know Coach DeBose. He does a great job, so it'll be fun. I've known him for a long time,
And
so it'll be fun.
And they've had a good program over there.
Yes, sir. It'll be good competition. A great game, district game, so everything's on the line. So homecoming, senior night, no matter what, district ball games supersedes all that stuff. So everybody put their best foot forward, and we expect to be a good game.
So this past weekend, you won your first district game. Tell me some of the good takeaways you had from the game. Like, my special team was awesome. We had them at this, or my passing game. Tell us some special things about what happened this past weekend statistically.
Okay, well, yeah. First and foremost, coming off of our Mansfield game, special teams was kind of a big deal for us. We felt like we left some things out there on the special teams end of it, and I feel like last Friday versus Burleson, we kind of got back on track. We only punted the ball one time, which is good.
In the whole
good
game?
for us in the whole game. That was good for us. Kickoff return had a couple opportunities, but so we were in the right places, fielded the ball well, and then on our kickoff, we had guys flying around. We found some good positive things with guys that wanted to get some on both sides, from our lane guys to our backside guys squeezing the ball. We were able to find some wins there, and now guys are kind of seeing the rewards that come with that, and some guys found their place on the field. Special teams is 33% of the game, so now we got some guys that are in there right now, so we feel good about that.
Okay, good. Tell me about how you felt about Friday night.
I definitely see an improvement, like as a group. Because
Saw
usually,
improvement from first game to now?
most definitely.
Okay.
Most definitely.
In what areas?
I'll say defensive line wise, I'll say our unit as a defensive line, we started getting more effort than we usually did, more hands on. Just more
Y'all
effort.
stopping the run?
Yes, sir.
What y'all doing on Sunday?
On Sunday?
I mean Thursday. This week. What y'all doing on Thursday? Can we borrow y'all? Because the Cowboys can't stop the run.
Cowboys, that's a different problem.
Yeah, okay.
Cowboys, different
That ain't your
problem.
problem now.
Not my problem.
Okay.
Not anymore.
Okay, go ahead and continue on with what you thought.
As a defense, we're definitely flying around playing as a team. It's not just DB's messing up, everybody else is good. If we messed up, we messed up all together. If we did good, we did good all together.
One man picks the other man up anyway, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So, Coach, do you have any individual standouts from Friday night? Somebody went over 200 yards rushing or
200 yards rushing.
catching, anything?
Well, we had a couple
Special.
guys. We had a sophomore receiver, Zane Smith. He had a good game the other night. He had 90. Another game, he was our top receiver once again for probably the second or third week in a row. He just found some open look. He's good in space. Caught a couple of screens and got loose on 21-yard screen, 21-yard touchdown. Had another long pass for about 18 yards. So
And he's just a sophomore.
Yes, a sophomore. We had a running back, Darian Nettles. He had a great, outstanding game. Last week he had 2 touchdowns as well. Broke a long run for us on the side. So, just guys getting the ball. We spread it around a little bit. Our quarterback, DeMaris Bird, ran for 2 touchdowns, threw a touchdown. So that was different. First time, he's kind of really got involved in the quarterback run game, which he's 6'3", 215 pounds. So that's going to be huge for us that he gets involved in that offensively. Travis had a couple sacks, tackles for losses, had a big first down on special teams for us, which was good as well. So, a lot of different people
Hey, we're going to take a break here, go to a commercial. We're going to come back. When we come back, we're going to find out a little bit more about you. This whole next segment is going to be all about you. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Passion is a powerful feeling of enthusiasm. The different things going on in sports. Anything popping in the DFW. Comes on every Monday night, 7 p.m.
Let me hear you say 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hello, I'm Mike,
Hello, I'm Lynn.
and this is Hello Mansfield. Welcome back to the show. All right, so now let's dig into the life of the linebacker. I asked this question to the young guys last week and then tried to have some little fun with it. When did you start playing football?
I started playing football in 7th grade because of my brothers. I've just seen how they played. I was more of a basketball kid. You can ask him. My brothers, they played basketball. I wanted to play basketball. I told him I wanted to be like LeBron, but he said, nah, that's not going to happen. So I just started playing football.
Right.
Killed my hoop dreams.
And so he killed your hoop green?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he might put you on the right path, though.
Probably.
Okay.
I could have been D1 in hoops, but
right.
we won't know now. Cause
We won't now because you're going to do it in football.
Yeah.
And see, most of the guys I asked, I had a guy last week who said he started playing when he was 4 years old. I'm like, wow, that was awful young. And,
yeah.
Football was my first love, too. I played it early. Then I got a basketball in my hand, and, man, it was all she wrote. It was all she wrote. So, would you say what position did you play when you first started? Because when you were little, you could have been the big little dude or the little big dude, however you want to phrase it. What position did you play then, and is it the same position you play now?
So I always grew up playing like wide receiver and tight end, like flag football and stuff like that. I was playing wide receiver and tight end.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I didn't think I was gonna play that because I knew I was gonna get bigger.
Okay, because you also love basketball too.
Yeah, so I was just.
And so then when you got to football, what took you to the bench? What caused you to become a linebacker? Was it a coach?
Yeah,
Somebody
it was
said, "Hey,
Coach
man,
Laborte. He showed me like how many people like went D1 off of it. So I was like, oh, that's like that could be me. So like he see my potential in that. So I just want to choose the D line.
Okay, so who is your favorite collegiate NFL player to collegiate NFL player plays more like you, or you play more like them?
My favorite to watch. Probably, I'll say Byron Murphy.
He plays for.
He plays for the
You
Seahawks.
got
plays for the Seahawks.
You got to treat us like we're not.
He used
Like, we don't know nothing.
Byron Murphy, he used to play for Texas, but now he got drafted to the Seahawks.
Okay.
I like watching him because I like the way his hands are. Like he got great hands, good get off. He's always twitchy. And he's pretty undersized. I'm lucky undersized too, so that's why I just look at. I don't like looking at like Miles Garrett and stuff like that because they have great size. I'm kind of undersized. And what was the other part of the question?
Second part of the question is, who do you most likely play like?
Who do I play like?
Yeah, who do you play like? So you know how you get out there on the field, you be like, I'm so and so. Who are you?
When I get on the field, I feel like I'm Michael Parsons.
Okay,
But,
that's what I want to hear.
in the film session, Aaron Donald.
Okay. Okay. One retired, one still playing. Okay. Next question for you. What did you do, because you said you was a little undersized, what did you do between last spring to this year to improve you? Meaning, did was it the goal to gain some weight, get faster? And if so, what did you do extra?
Basically, all I did was block out like all the outside noise. I just focused on myself because worrying about what other people are gonna say isn't gonna make me any better. So I just focused on myself.
Focused on yourself. Did you do any extra training?
Always. Whenever I got the extra time, whenever I was just sitting down doing nothing, I just realized I had a goal, so I want to complete the goal.
What did the Jaguars do during the summer? What did they have y'all doing? You come up there?
It was working.
You were working?
It was working.
So would you say there was a lot of camaraderie? Because that's what I heard from my other coaches last week. There was a lot of camaraderie built. The locker room is on point. Did all that happen for you as well?
I'll say yes and no because it was like a rebuild season for us. Just like still figuring out where everybody's going to be, who's going to lead the team, who's going to be riding with us. That's all we had to figure out during the summer.
You had to find out who was down. Because I talked to Coach and I asked him, did he lose? He said he lost some key. He didn't lose a whole lot of individual people, but he did lose some big cogs. So y'all had to figure out who's going to fill those shoes, right?
Yes, sir.
Did y'all find out yet, or are you still looking?
I'll say we found most of it. We found the potential for it.
Okay.
Everybody just has to step up.
Everybody has to step up. All right, so now I'm going to go back to last week again. Tell me about how well now I'm not asking about how well you thought Coach thought you, how well you thought you played. That's going to be, I'm going to start with that question first. How well do you think you played?
Usually, I'm pretty hard on myself. So
Okay, that's good.
Like everything's not, I'm never going to be perfect in my eyes.
Okay.
So I always feel like I can always do something extra to help the team.
So you thought that there was still something else that you probably could have done.
I had something left in the tank. I'm just not sure where it was.
Okay. And that was going to be my next question. What did you think you could do better? If you knew what it was, what was it? Like, I didn't cover this, or Coach called this, and I didn't get to that spot that time. And only you really realized that you didn't do it. So Coach might have missed that you didn't do it. But is there any plays like that happened last week?
We
that you
don't
wish
miss
you could get back?
we see it.
Yeah, they see everything.
You get to click, Coach.
Ain't no hiding from
We
it.
see it. We see it.
But I feel like it was just like the little mistakes. Like I just got to get rid of those. Like usually in this part of the season, we're not gonna play our perfect ball yet.
Right.
But as going on to the season, we just got to keep going up and up.
You're going to minimize that stuff, right? Okay. Let's give him a round of applause, man. And when we come back, I'll be on stage with Coach Thor from Lake Ridge High School. Thank you.
BCB's located in Mansfield, Texas. Started with a vision back about 11 years ago came to the conclusion one day that it was time to start a trucking company. Everybody in this company really does care about one another. Trucking is the backbone of this country, but what we do is absolutely paramount to the success of this country's survival.
My name is Troy Dorsey. We offer martial arts and karate training and fitness kickboxing training. Our karate program is for men, women, and children of all ages. From 4.5, we even have a student that's 91 years old. Also, we teach fitness kickboxing. It's a 1-hour non-contact class of punching and kicking a bag, because hitting a bag is like weightlifting to help strengthen and tone your muscles. Give us a call at 817-477-5523. Come in and see us today and start your martial arts experience with us now.
More intimate, and we can get engaged in a conversation. Oh, we're live and back here at El Primo, 2300 Matlock Road, Mansfield ISD Coach's Corner Show, and I'm joined with a special friend of mine now. Seems like we see here.
That's right.
Be here every Monday.
Weekly event.
Yeah, weekly event. And Coach, I'm happy to have you back. Coach, last week we played North Forney. Was that game at North Forney?
That was at Arl Anderson here.
Okay, that was here. So, tell me a little bit about the game plan we had going into the game. What were we thinking about doing going into the game?
Yeah, we wanted to establish some rhythm on offense. We had a sophomore quarterback starting his first game and wanted to get some running game going and establish rhythm, and defensively take away some of the big plays, and so, you look at the winning analytics, and turnovers is a big key to win a game. We won the turnover battle 5-1. They turned over 5 times, which was good, but we lost the big play battle. And when you lose, the explosive plays of 20-plus yards, if you win that battle, you win the game 81% of the time. And we lost that battle. They had a quarterback who did a really good job. He was a really good athlete, probably the best runner we've seen in a while. And so we fell short.
Let me ask this question. You said you had a sophomore quarterback starting for the first time.
We did.
What happened to the starting quarterback?
Our senior starter got an injury in game 2, first quarter of game 2, so he was out for the season.
Oh,
so,
he's done.
He was done for the season. So we've got a young quarterback who's growing and getting better every single day and every single week. So it was his first game to start.
And I would have to think that now I know that I have to be out there. I'm going to have to get better.
Yeah, and he has.
Good.
He really has.
Good. And the longevity of this, now you got him for 2 more years after this?
That's right.
Wow. Okay, so even though some of the things didn't go the way you wanted them to, I'm sure you had some good things happen. Talk about those good things that happened.
Yeah, we had a special teams kickoff return for a touchdown. I thought they did a good job on that unit, had a couple good returns. Defensively, I thought our run fits were really good. I thought we stopped the run well. There were some big plays we gave up and a couple of bad run fits, but overall I thought we got better. I think our team just feels like we got better. Sometimes you just got to keep chopping wood and you're going to get there. I think we felt like we made improvement. We've got a long way to go, but we felt like we made some really good strides in all 3 phases.
And we haven't had a district game yet.
Right.
So just like Coach Hall was up here talking about, you find out these little things, get these little things corrected.
That's right.
And here we go. So let me ask this, because you watch a lot of film, they watch a lot of film, it's kind of like guessing this is what they're going to try to probably stop us doing. Did they surprise you with anything?
Not scheme-wise, but that quarterback they had ran way better than we thought he would. He's a good player.
Because sometimes guys look better or better in real life than they on film.
Yeah, we knew he was going to be good, but he's fast, athletic. I mean, he's the best quarterback we've seen running in probably 3 or 4 years. Really impressive. So, good player. Tough to stop.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and take a commercial break here, and when we come back, we'll get to segment 2, and we're going to bring up your special guest, Coach.
Good.
All right.
Hi, I'm Riley Self. I'm one of the dispatchers. Hi, I'm Riley Self. I'm one of the dispatchers at BCB Transport. BCB has been a very big part of my life. Hi, I'm Riley Self. I'm one of the dispatchers at BCB Transport. BCB has been a very big part of my life. I've known about BCB and somewhat been a part of BCB. Hi, I'm Riley Self. I'm one of the dispatchers at BCB Transport. BCB has been a very big part of my life. I've known about BCB and somewhat been a part of BCB since about 3rd grade when Rick and Brian came to Career Day at Roberta Tips and taught all of us what BCB is, what it stands for. I definitely see myself being with BCB for a long time, and I can't wait to see what more I accomplish there.
Welcome back. Coach, I'm gonna stay with you for a little bit longer if you don't mind, and then we'll get to Trey.
All right.
The running back runs over people. I just found out. I'm gonna stay out of his way. You don't have a game this week, right?
No, we got a bye week.
You got a bye week, and when you think of bye week in football, there's a lot of things that take place in that bye week. And for me, just the kind of guy looking in, one, if I have any injuries, is a lot of recovery time this week for that.
Right.
Get back healthy, as they call it. Tell me how Lake Ridge prepares for a game 10 days out during the weight week.
Yeah,
During the bye week.
you got to balance how much to practice with also keeping kids healthy. And so we've got some guys who've got to get over some injuries, but we'll practice today. We practiced and we worked on us. It's a blocking and tackling game. It's a game of the low pad level wins. And so we did a lot of that today, just focusing on us. We'll practice again tomorrow. We'll start a game plan and start looking at Mansfield High because they're our next opponent. So we'll practice Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday we'll go really short. We'll be in helmets. And really the injury stats show that when you go 3 hard days in a row, the injury rate increases. So we never go more than 3 days hard.
Increase.
We go 2. Yeah, we'll go 2 days hard, an easy day Wednesday after school, and then Thursday we'll go back and have a hard practice. And then we'll just practice during the athletic period on Friday and let them go home Friday night and get some rest.
Get much needed rest.
Absolutely.
I used to tell kids, I want you to go home. I don't care if you pick up a basketball. Be a kid.
Right.
Just be a kid. Because you don't get that extra time all the time.
Recharge.
Right. So your first district game is Mansfield, who at this point right now is undefeated. What do we feel our chances are against Mansfield?
It's always a good rivalry game. It's always close. Always. And so our kids get ready to play them. It's been a really good a rivalry the past couple of years.
Good for the community, right?
Yeah, it's fun. It's a game that we love to play, and it's good for the community. So our kids are really excited.
What about you? You excited?
I'm very excited.
Very excited. You ain't just excited. You very excited. You can't wait.
I'm ready.
Can't wait, huh? Okay, next Friday. Is it next Friday, Coach?
Next Thursday.
That's
week from
right.
Thursday.
It is next Thursday.
Right.
Okay, next Thursday where? Which
At
state?
Newsom Stadium.
At Newsom.
Right. We'll be the visiting team. So
Game time, 7?
game time 7.
7 o'clock.
Yep.
7 o'clock, Mansfield Lake Ridge.
Yep.
At Newsom. If you don't have a ticket, let's get one. All right, so next thing I want to ask you, Coach. I know you could state the obvious, and I'm going to say that because I'm going to lead with something that a guy told me. When I was a young coach, about 2 years into coaching, he's a math teacher. He walked in my gym and he said, Coach, I can give you the perfect formula for winning games, and you will never lose a game if you follow this formula. So you ready for it, Coach?
Give it to me.
The formula is score first, stay ahead.
That always works. That always works.
Yeah, if you do that in every single game, you'll win that game. So if you score first, stay ahead,
100% of the time.
you'll win.
Yeah.
100% of the time. And when he told me that, I walked off and I was like, was he trying to be funny?
He's been real.
Score first, stay ahead, and you could win every game. So that's the obvious. But what do you think your team needs to do to overcome that?
Score first and score. No, we really, and that's really what we have to do. They do a really good job. Defensively, they're very fundamental. They tackle well. They're in the right spots. They fit well. Offensively, they've got a couple plays, but they run a lot of different things to get you out of position and get your +1s out of the way in the alleys and do some things. So we just got to be sound in what we're doing defensively, but we've got to get some offensive rhythm. And we've got to get, sometimes the best way to stop a good offense is to play good offense. And so we've got to get rolling rhythm-wise. And today's practice, probably, Trey will tell you, it's probably the best practice we've had here in probably 2 or 3 years, Trey.
Yeah.
And we were rolling and getting some rhythm going. Our young quarterback is starting to get a good feel for it. We're opening up the playbook now. So really, we just got to move the football and drive the ball and give the ball to Trey and throw it around a little bit and see what happens.
Yeah, you sounded just like me. You said keep that offense off the field. They can't score a whole lot of points.
That's right.
And we don't turn the ball over, we good. So I was thumbing through Max Prep, and Max Prep is somewhat accurate, I know. But these are some stats that I picked up on them. It says by Max Prep, passing yard, they're averaging 120 yards a game passing, 150 yards rushing, 43 points a game, and only giving up 30.
Yep.
Good football team.
Absolutely.
Be a great win.
Right. Sure would.
And it's the first district game, right?
First district game.
Okay.
Yeah. That's ready to go.
Okay.
This one counts.
This this one counts?
Yeah.
More than a lot of the others, right? Yeah, okay. Give you bragging rights for at least a year. All right. Well, I didn't look up. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry. This is live. This is new to not just them, me too. So we're gonna go to another commercial break. Then I'm gonna come back. All right, Coach Thor, I'm going to let you talk a little bit about this running back right here, Trey.
Yeah, and got Trey Murphy. He's a senior running back for us, and rushed for over 260 this year. He'll run over you. He's a run over you guy. It's just job with our team and our culture. Just makes mature decisions and really is a guy that when he speaks, our team listens to him because what he says is right. And they have a lot of respect for Trey and what he does. So really glad he could be on this show because he's a high character guy that we want to have.
Welcome to the show, Trey. The more and more I hear about the athletes, the more and more, and I know you guys got a good football team, but it sounds like you got a whole lot more better players, good people. So Trey, let's start out with this question. Trey, when did you start playing football?
I started around like 8 years old.
About 8 years old?
Yeah, sir.
Were you grabbing the flag or were you
I was
full pass?
I was flag first, and then my dad moved me up to tackle.
Which one do you like the best?
I like tackle because I was an aggressive player.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What position did you play when you first started playing?
I first started at running back.
So you still with that position?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
I've been playing running back my whole life.
A lot of people can't say that they started in the same position that they ended up playing in high school. That's good. So you know the position.
Yeah.
All right. So of all the college football players and NFL football players, who is your favorite?
I would probably say Marshawn Lynch.
Marshawn Lynch. Yeah. You run like him?
Yeah, but it's not just like who he is on the field. It's him off the field that I compare myself to.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty serious guy.
Yeah.
Now, thinking of the same, of all the players, which one of them you play like? Do you play like Lynch too, or somebody else?
I would say I play like him too, but I've shifted over to start to play like Le'Veon Bell, being a patient player.
Oh, watching and letting that stuff open up and then go get it.
Yeah.
Okay. I know a few things about football. I think I asked this question to all of the guys too. So go back to last spring. Football season ended, and you're a senior.
Yes, sir.
You know this is senior year. I gotta be something.
Yes, sir.
So was it weight? Or was it weight you needed to pick up? Speed, agility? What did you work on between the end of last season's football season to the start of this season? What's the most important thing for you?
Most important was for me to get weight off of me that I didn't need, and for me to build speed. So every day during the summer, I would go to the field and I would run with my parachute and do different footwork drills. And I would do that from when I woke up at 9 a.m. till like 12 p.m. or 1 p.m. most of the time.
Can you see the dividends paying off
Yeah.
now for all that hard work?
Yeah. It's definitely made me more explosive.
You know what I always say? Better player makes me a better coach.
Absolutely.
You agree with that, Coach?
Yes.
So you come in there faster, stronger, smarter, with more agility. You make it easy on Coach. Okay. Now, you had a game this past Friday, right?
Yes,
North
sir.
Forney game.
Yes, sir.
Tell me how you felt like you played. Not how Coach told you played, but how you felt like you played.
I feel like I played to the best ability I could, but I feel like there was some things that I did need to fix in order to make the team better.
What could you do? Tell us what you could do, Coach. Coaches like to hear that good stuff.
I feel like I could have did better on my blocking and sometimes my coaching on the field to my teammates and being a leader to my teammates when they were getting down and things were happening and the game was changing. I could have been like a better leader to my teammates.
So now you know you can fix it, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's give him a big hand. I want to thank you, Trey. I'm going to come get to one of those games. I promise.
Okay.
Coach, it's always a pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Having you on. This has been another episode, week 2, going to week 3 next week. See you back here at 6:30 at El Primo's, 2300 Matlock Road.